What's going on, guys? Pasha here, and in this video I'm going to be going over how to actually go viral with Instagram theme pages. I'll be giving you guys a 4-step formula that you could take and implement yourself to actually go viral and grow your own Instagram theme page. Okay? So you might be wondering, who's this guy and what does he know about growing and going viral on theme pages? Well, my name is Pasha. I've been growing theme pages for over a couple years now, and this is my personal brand on Instagram. You guys can check it out if you want. I post a ton of value on there, answer a lot of your guys' questions, so yeah, feel free to check it out. And here are a couple of my own theme pages. One here over at almost 100K, 200K, and one here over 100K. And I also have been buying and selling theme pages for a little while now. So it's called flipping pages, where you grow it and then sell it for a profit, essentially. So just across these pages, I have some other pages as well as the ones that I've grown and flipped over the years. I've probably accumulated over 1 million followers on Instagram. All right. So I know that this 4-step formula works. It's worked for me time and time again, worked for the people that I've been working with time and time again. So I promise you, if you actually stick around to this video, implement what I'm about to tell you, you will see the results, you will gain a lot of followers, and you will go viral. Okay. So without further ado, we could just jump right into it pretty much. So what I want to emphasize real quick right at the beginning, because it's so important, is that don't reinvent the wheel, okay? Don't reinvent the wheel. So what this means is, there's no need for you to go out there and try throwing shit at the wall and hoping it sticks and just sort of trying to come up with your own golden strategy and hoping that it works. There's no need for you to do that, all right? A huge concept on Instagram is this right here. So don't reinvent the wheel, where you could essentially look at content on Instagram that's already going viral, that's already proven to work well, and pretty much just use those proven concepts, use those proven formats and even clips, recreate them yourself, and you could go viral that way, right? So you don't need to be testing things out yourself and just trialing and erroring with your own pretty much strategies, when you could already take a look at the market, do your research, see what's working, and that way you could recreate this type of content. You could emulate it yourself, make it better, and that's how you could actually go viral, right? So this is a huge concept that I want you guys to embed into your brain, because a lot of people that come on Instagram, especially if you're a beginner and you think that you're going to be able to go on YouTube and watch a podcast and clip up your own clip that you've never seen before, that you just found yourself and you think it'd go well, and then you edit it and you post it, and then you wonder why it doesn't do well, right? It's because you're just pretty much freeballing it. You have no idea whether this is going to work well. You haven't seen it work before. It's not proven. And you just are hoping for the best, right? That's just not the way to do it. There's a much more consistent, sustainable, and reliable way to grow, and it comes from not reinventing the wheel, okay? So I want you guys to keep this in mind as I'm going over this stuff, all right? And just to show you guys some proof that this actually works and I'm not just talking out of my ass, you could just take a look at some of these screenshots of analytics on my own reels on the screen. Almost 4 million, over 4 million, 21 million views, almost 1 million views here, 500K, 17 million, almost 500K, almost 500K, almost 6 million, over 1 million. And these are all reels that are amount of views on my reels that I've generated organically. So I don't pay for ads. I don't do any of that stuff. I don't boost my reels. This is all organic reach, all organic views from these reels that I've converted into, tens of thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of followers across these reels. And yeah, this is from me using this 4-step formula that I'm about to share with you guys. All right. So it works. I know for a fact. And here's some more proof as well. These are just a few pages of my own students that I'm working with. I've taught them my strategy, the 4-step formula, and they've implemented it themselves. And then they've been able to see the results in terms of growth and virality on their pages as well. All right. So this works, guys. Trust me. So before I dive into the specific formula, I want you guys to keep these things in mind, okay? Firstly, you'll get better with time, all right? So, it's kind of foolish to believe that right at the beginning, even if you're a beginner, to get on Instagram and, have this sixth sense off the bat of what's going to go viral and what doesn't. It's something that comes with time. The more you post, the more consistent you are, the more you're doing research, and the more you're sort of analyzing your own data of your page, you're just going to get better and better and better in terms of actually figuring out what's going to go viral and what's not going to, right? And then over time, once you do this enough times, you start to develop that sixth sense, like I said, where you pretty much know or you have a really good feeling of what's going to go viral and what doesn't. And that's just going to allow you to get results and views and followers more consistently and reliably, right? And next up, I want you guys to be patient and don't get discouraged. So this is probably the most important factor right here, because so many people, they come and they start like posting on their theme page, like, you know, they'll post for a week, 2 weeks, even a month. And if they're not going viral by that time and like they're not getting the type of results that they want, they get discouraged and they like think about quitting and they're like, oh, you know, this isn't working. Like, you can't be that impatient, guys. Like, it takes sometimes longer than, you know, others, right? And especially if you're a beginner and you don't really have any foundations, like it's going to take some time for you to learn, like I said, to get a better idea of what's going to go viral and what doesn't. All right. So what a lot of people do is like within their first month, like they're posting, maybe they're getting like hundreds of views, thousands of views, and they're looking at pages that have hundreds of thousands of followers that have been in the game for a couple of years, and they're comparing themselves to these pages. They're like, yeah, you know, I'm only getting hundreds or thousands of views, and this guy's getting like millions of views, hundreds of thousands of views. Like, this isn't working. Well, it's like, dude, like, how do you expect to be getting those types of results when you're literally comparing someone that has been in the game for a couple of years? Like, it just doesn't make sense. So don't get discouraged. You know, it's going to take some time if you're a beginner at the beginning to, you know, get a better idea of how all this works. So as long as you don't quit, you stick with the formula and you're actually implementing and staying consistent every single day, it'll work sooner than later. All right. You just have to be patient and your time will come and the fruits of your labor will show. Okay. I promise you. All right. So now we can pretty much dive straight into the actual formula. So the first step of the actual 4-step formula is to actually warm up your account. And to do that properly, you want to follow 20 to 40 of the highest performing pages in your niche. So essentially on your page, like say if you're a motivation page, you only want to be following like other motivation pages that are going viral and getting good views consistently and are just overall high performing pages, right? You don't want to be following like your friends or like your girlfriend or like food pages or workout pages or whatever. You literally want to exclusively follow pages in your niche so that you're always pretty much on top of the market and you can see what's working, what's not working, etc. Right? And you also want to curate your algorithm to only show you content in your niche, right? So when you pretty much want it to get to a point where you could go onto your Reels feed or you could go onto your Explore page and all you're seeing is pretty much content within your niche, right? High performing, trending, viral content in your niche, right? So don't go ahead and like a food video on your feed and then just like scroll and watch random Reels. You want to curate your algorithm to only show you viral content in your niche. And you do that by like scrolling. And as soon as you see one that's like in your niche and, you know, a type of video that you'd post on your own page, just put your phone down for like a couple minutes, let it play, like it, engage with it. And then over time, if you keep doing that, you know, it's going to get to a point where you can't, like every single reel that you see on your Reels feed is going to be in your niche, right? And a couple things happen when you do this. Firstly, it sort of asserts yourself in the right stage of the algorithm where when you actually post your Reels, Instagram's going to have a good idea of like, you know, what area of the algorithm that you're in and like what you're interested in. And it's going to show other people pretty much who are interested in the same things, your content, right? So that's how you can get some extra engagement off the bat. And then also, it pretty much allows you to get like unlimited inspiration, right? Because if you scroll on your feed and every time you're scrolling, you know, you're seeing pages that are posting viral content and viral Reels are showing up on your feed, you're just going to have pretty much a, you know, first person perspective of what's going viral right now. And then you can click on their pages, you know, take a look at their pages. And this just pretty much allows you to stay on top of market research in your niche. That way you could always stay on top of what's trending, what's performing well. And that's just going to allow you to get a better understanding of what's working, right? That way you could do the same. So that's going to be step one. It's warming your account up. Okay. And step two is going to be to identify viral Reels from the past 1 to 2 weeks. Okay. So you're going to want to look at all the pages you follow and all the pages that are showing up on your Reels feed once you've curated it to only show you pages in your niche and Reels in your niche. And you're going to want to identify the Reels that went viral on their pages. Okay. And when I say went viral, it means between like maybe 100K to 5 million views. Okay. So you're going to want to take a look at these pages that you're following. You're going to want to take a look at the pages that you're seeing on your Reels feed. Click on them, scroll through their most recent Reels. And if you see that they're going viral, you know, within the past 1 to 2 weeks, and they have 100K to 5 million views, at that point, you're going to want to save these reels to a folder and then find the ones that pretty much align best with your brand, right? So once you find these reels that have gone viral within the past 1 to 2 weeks that are in your niche that you would actually get inspiration from and you'd want to post onto your own page, save them all into a folder. And that way you have pretty much all of the most trending, all the most viral and high performing reels in your niche within the past 1 to 2 weeks. Because what I also want to emphasize real quick is that it's important that it's in the next 1 to 2 weeks, and obviously can maybe be 3 weeks, 4 weeks maximum. But what you don't want to do is find a reel that went viral 6 months ago or a year ago, and then think that by recreating that reel, you're also going to go viral, right? Because what's going viral a year ago isn't necessarily going to go viral today, right? That's why it's really important to stay on top of what's going viral right now, because that's just an indicator from Instagram, pretty much just telling you what's working right now. And it's just it's the best way to actually predictably go viral more consistently. Okay. So the next step of the formula, step 3, is going to be to actually recreate these reels. So, you'll have this folder, you have all these viral reels that have gone viral recently, and then you could recreate them. And when I say this, what I want you guys to understand is that this doesn't mean directly copy the original reel. You're going to want to add your own unique touch to it, do it with your own content style, your own editing style, your own branding. And yeah, you don't want to copy it exactly, because that's just not going to work the way you want it to. Okay. And overall, just look to make the reel better and more high quality than it already was. Right. And this could be with better editing, better background music, better captions, and just look for any way that you could actually improve the original reel that you found. That way, when you recreate it, it's even more high quality and more professional looking than the way you found it. Right. Because that way, if that reel went viral and you pretty much recreate it yourself with your own branding and you make it better and you improve it in multiple aspects, then, there's a good chance it's going to go viral for you as well. Okay. And also a bonus tip, recreate a reel that is getting a lot of traction within the first day and post it on your page. You will go even more viral, right? So obviously the sooner the better you could find these viral reels. Like I said before, 1 to 2 weeks is what you want to aim for. But if you see a reel that's going viral within a few hours or the first day, if you're able to hop on that really quickly, recreate that reel, make it better and upload it yourself, it pretty much allows you to get even better reach and more views than that person who posted it originally, right? Because you're pretty much getting in the algorithm before that other one even has a chance to actually fully get its reach, right? So that's just another thing that you guys could keep in mind. All right. And step 4 of the formula is going to be to start and double down on what's working. Okay. So after 2 to 3 weeks, you're going to want to review the analytics of your recent content and identify your highest performing reels. Okay. So literally just go on your page, scroll through it, see which reels have the most views, which reels have the most engagement. And by doing that, it's pretty much Instagram telling you what's doing well and what you should do more of, and what your followers actually like seeing. And when you do that, you'll likely see patterns among these reels, right? So the speaker, the category of the speaker, whether they're an athlete, a celebrity, a rapper, entrepreneur, the length of the reel, and the vibe of the reel. These are just some patterns you could pick up on. Because, for example, you might find that, a lot of reels of Alex Hormozy are going viral, right? If you're posting in the entrepreneurship niche. And you might find that pretty much the category of all the speakers who went viral are all well-known entrepreneurs. And all of the reels that I've done above average are 15 to 30 seconds long. And they all have a more, let's say, deep vibe to it, with the background music and the tonality of the speaker's voice. So if you find that these are patterns, what you're going to want to do is double down on what's working, right? Because if you're seeing these patterns, that's Instagram, like I said, telling you that this is what's working best right now, and this is what your followers like to see most. And you got to take that information and pretty much use it to your advantage and start doubling down on what's working. So yeah, once you identify the patterns, double down on what's working to go viral more consistently and overall amplify your growth. Okay. So this is going to be the 4th step. And this is really what's going to start that snowball effect and just pretty much amplify and exponentialize your growth on your page. Okay. So yeah, guys, again, I'm going to reiterate on these things to keep in mind. You're going to get better with time. You're not going to be an expert at this at the beginning. You're not going to have that sixth sense for what goes viral and what doesn't right at the beginning. It's something that comes with time. The more you do it, the more you do market research, the more you create your own content, the more you're posting consistently. Over time, you're going to start to get that feeling of what's going to do well and what's not going to do well. And that's just going to allow you to go viral more consistently in the future. Okay. And again, please be patient and don't get discouraged. Like, don't be one of those people who just like posts for a couple weeks, doesn't see results, and then just quits. All right. Don't be one of those people. Like, that's probably most people, to be honest. They can't stick with anything and they get shiny object syndrome, and they like see like another business model and like, ooh, like this YouTuber made a video on this business model. Let me try that. Or, ooh, TikTok shop affiliate. Let me try that. Literally, if you're trying this, don't be that person who doesn't stick things out. Like, stick with it, be patient, actually apply, stay consistent, stay disciplined. And sooner or later, like I said, you will see results. I promise. It's impossible for you to fail if you don't quit. You need to understand that. Okay. And like I'm showing you, this 4-step formula has worked for me and other people time and time again. So there's no reason it wouldn't be able to work for you as well. Okay. So just keep that in mind. And yeah, guys, like if you follow this formula, I guarantee that you'll see success sooner or later. There's no way that you fail if you actually apply this formula. Sometimes for some people, they might get results like right away, like within the first few days or for a week or a few weeks. And then some people, it might take like, a month or maybe even 2 months. The whole point is that you just need to stick with it regardless. And that if you follow this formula consistently, you stick with it, I guarantee that you'll see success sooner or later. Okay. Again, it's worked for me time and time again and for other people. So if you actually stick with this consistently and you're consistently implementing, there's no reason it wouldn't work for you. All right. So yeah, that's the 4-step formula, guys. I hope this gave you some more insight and some value in terms of actually growing and going viral on your page. So yeah, guys, if you like the video, feel free to give it a like. And also, thank you for staying to the end in the first place. And I also want you to comment in the comment section what else you guys would like to see from me, like what type of videos you'd want me to make. Because at the end of the day, I just want to provide value to you guys. I want to answer your questions. So if you guys drop a comment of what you would want to see next, there's a good chance I'll actually end up making a video about it. So yeah, other than that, thank you for watching to the end, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.